Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you have to check out the fastest rising podcast in all of professional wrestling. I'm talking about the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. If you're looking for pay-per-view predictions, if you're looking for pay-per-view reviews, if you're looking for interviews, check out the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Crash and Burn!
What's going on, everyone out there in the YouTube world? My name is a shithead. I am Jason Bailey, one of the hosts of Crash and Burn and the Moshcast. Here talking about the Elimination Chamber 2020, which happens to be the last WWE pay-per-view with a full capacity crowd before coronavirus hit. But anyways, this is the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, the fastest wrestling podcast in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's bring in this man who already talked, Josh.
Yes, I am the assassin, Josh. I am the other host of this podcast, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, the fastest rising podcast, and of course, the Moshcast, the loudest podcast in all music. We're back. I'm sorry I have been away for 3 days. I've just been, my mind has been on shit, but it has not stopped me from doing this wonderful podcast with all these wonderful people. Not on this episode, but you got the two of us here. We got the Elimination Chamber from last year. 2019.
2020.
Oh, it was 2020? Alright. I might be on something. I don't know. But let's get started.
Why did I say last event before coronavirus?
Oh.
With the full capacity crowd.
Alright, let's get into the matches. American.
Well, this event took place on Sunday, March 8th, 2020. At the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which happens to be the last pay-per-view before the pandemic for WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And right before they got stuck in Florida.
Yep.
Filming right there. So yeah, let's begin. Starting off with the pre-show, the Viking Raiders defeated Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder tag team match. Josh.
One of those boring-ass matches on the pre-show. It was terrible. It was kind of like a squash because I think the Viking Raiders were the tag champs at that time. I believe so.
It wasn't a tag team match for the tag team titles you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a squash match, pretty much. That's what pre-show matches are.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip on this match because I don't care about it. Daniel Bryan defeated Drew Gulak by a technical submission singles match to kick off the main card of this last pay-per-view before COVID-19.
Yep.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Josh.
I could care less. It was a match that existed. And
it was a match that was American.
Very well. It was okay. I give it that.
Okay. Daniel Bryan defeated Drew Gulak by... I just talked about it. I'm stupid. Ah! Andrade defeated Humberto Carrillo.
Who? Defeated who?
Andrade defeated Humberto Carrillo.
You said it too fast there. All right.
It was for the U.S. title. Josh, go ahead.
I mean, WWE should use Humberto Carrillo right now that he's pretty much jacked. I mean, before he was just a high flyer, like he was not even getting much attention from the crowd. He really wasn't. I mean, I really think Humberto Carrillo is one of the best out there, but you got to realize that they should really use the cruiserweights a little bit more, like the guys in that position. Andrade, though, I wish Andrade would be used more now in this era, but he was the U.S. champ at the time. He was in his championship glory. It was okay. It was an okay match to start.
Yeah, it was an okay match to start off the championship side of things in this pay-per-view.
Right.
Andrade, he was an okay U.S. champion. Solid reign.
Yeah.
Now it's The Miz and John Morrison defeated The New Day, The Usos, Heavy Machinery, Lucha House Party, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode in the Elimination Chamber match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Yeah. I enjoyed
Go
that.
ahead.
I enjoyed that match. I was very shocked when like Otis went through like the pod. I didn't expect for a guy like his weight and like his, body to like, collapse to that thing. I mean, it was kind of a risky situation for him, and Otis now is a heel, obviously with Chad Gable, but that was a great way to start off the Elimination Chamber side of things. I thought Miz and John Morrison were great as SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I knew they were gonna retain because like they were on top on like this tag team division on SmackDown. So yeah, it was okay. It was a great way to start off the Elimination Chamber side of things.
Yeah, true. I enjoyed this match too. Like, this was one of the matches of the night. Every tag team killed it in there.
Mhm.
A lot of chaotic moves in this match.
Yeah.
Next up, Aleister Black defeated AJ Styles in a no DQ match. I also enjoyed this match. I loved how the Undertaker appeared because the Undertaker and AJ Styles were feuding at this time.
Right.
So that was a good part, and that caused Aleister Black to defeat him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, aside from the Undertaker's part, I enjoyed this match. Josh.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed this match. I wish they would use Aleister Black now in the modern day. Like back then they were using him like, but till like he turned heel and everything, I felt like it just went in the whole other wrong direction. But I always been a fan of Aleister Black. I've always think the guy is absolutely talented. His character's great. Like, please WWE, if you come up with plans, push him for God's sakes. He's great talent. Otherwise, Aleister is going to be on his way out. Hopefully not. But yeah, Aleister Black and AJ Styles. I like how the Undertaker came out, kind of like a let up to WrestleMania against him and AJ in that Boneyard match. Yeah, it was another good match. I enjoyed it.
Yep. And next match, the Street Profits, which is your husbands, defeated Seth Rollins and Murphy in a tag team match for the Raw Tag Team titles.
Yeah.
I also like this match too. It was okay. It was pretty good.
Mhm. Yeah.
Josh, go ahead and praise the Street Profits.
Oh God, you are something
An
else.
asshole.
I mean, as much as when the Street Profits first won the Raw Tag titles, it was great for them because, I thought when they first came up, I'm like, oh, are they going to be jobbers or is Vince going to think these guys are actually talented? And I was hoping that, since they won the NXT tag titles, they could win the WWE tag titles, which I wouldn't mind if it was either Raw or SmackDown that they went to, but they won both anyhow. Yeah, it was a great match. I mean, Seth Rollins and Murphy should have never gotten another shot at the titles. I felt like they were like a tag team that was just made up, even though they were like on the same page. But yeah, it was a solid tag team match. Street Profits retained, but yeah, it wasn't a match that I was really excited for. It was like one of those basic solid matches.
All right, I got you, man. All right, so the next match is Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro defeated Braun Strowman in a 3-on-1 handicap match for the IC title. Sami Zayn pinned Strowman. He won the IC title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a squash,
Yeah.
So I could care less. I guess congrats to Sami Zayn.
At that time, yeah.
Go ahead, Josh.
I thought it was my least favorite match of the night. That's what I'm gonna say. It was, it was awful. I mean, Braun Strowman had a lot of great potential as Intercontinental Champion, but I realized he lost the title for one reason, because he was actually going to be the replacement for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and he was going to take the title off Goldberg, which they planned that, and they did. So I kind of see why Sami Zayn took it. I mean, I was happy for Sami Zayn that he won his first singles title, but it kind of was just a squash. I mean, you had 3-on-1, so It was alright. I mean, Sami
What's up?
Zayn
What's up,
deserved.
fuckers?
Oh, Lucas.
Lucas, say your intro.
Hey, what's up, fuckers? That's all I gotta say.
All right,
Yeah.
Josh, go on.
Josh, welcome back.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Sami Zayn, it was his first singles championship. I give him props, but he had he did nothing with the title during his reign. But yeah, it was alright.
So, Lucas, this is last year's Elimination Chamber, the last WWE pay-per-view before coronavirus.
Damn right.
Well, the last one with a full capacity crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, man, we were just about to get to the main event. So, do you want to go over the entire card, or do you just want to talk about the main event?
Just go over the entire card if I can remember some things.
So, the pre-show, Viking Raiders defeated Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder tag team match.
Match that existed. I don't care about both of them. I don't care about. I only like the Viking Raiders when they're in NXT and Ring of Honor. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Daniel Bryan defeated Drew Gulak technical submission singles match.
I mean, that match wasn't really that bad though. I'm gonna be honest. It's technical, technical wrestling is really like undefeated, not undefeated, but underrated. So it's like one of like technical, good matches and everything like that. So yeah, it's not bad.
All right. How about the U.S. title match? Andrade defeated Humberto Carrillo.
They always had so many matches with each other. The Royal Rumble match is better, but they always win by a roll up or something like that. Like do something new with this. And Andrade's just getting like untreated right now, and so is Roberto Carrillo. They both need to be treated right, in my opinion. Like
Right.
book him right, man. Book Andrade right, man. He was a great talent.
He
Like,
is.
like seriously.
All right. How about? Do you remember the Elimination Chamber match, the SmackDown Tag Team Title ones, where the Miz and Morrison won in that match?
I do remember some of it. I do remember John Morrison, I think, did something off the chamber. I don't remember. Did he climb up the chamber and jump on somebody, or that was a 2011? I don't remember.
I think that was 2011.
I probably think 2011. Anyways, it was a decent match. I'll admit that. It was a decent match from all competitors and everything like that. So, at least Mr. Morrison retained.
Yeah.
Even
All
though John Morrison needs to be a single star, it needs a championship.
There you go. All right. How about Aleister Black defeated AJ Styles, no DQ match, and The Undertaker got involved in this match.
Yeah, I do remember this most. I remember most of this match. This could have been way better with the two people involved. You have Aleister Black and AJ. This could have been way better, in my opinion. Even though Undertaker got involved in everything, this match still wasn't all that, in my opinion. You could have done way more of the extreme spots. You could have done more of this, but chairs and ladders and all that stuff. You could have done way more with it. So even though it wasn't a good match, it still wasn't a bad match though. Like for real, it's not bad.
Yeah. How about Josh's husbands defeating Seth Rollins and Murphy for the Raw Tag Team titles?
Matches happen. I don't care about Street Profits now. They suck now. I'm sorry, but they do.
How about this awful match, the 3-on-1 handicap match for the IC title? Sami Zayn, Shinsuke, and Cesaro defeating Braun Strowman.
I do not understand this match. I'm gonna say that. I don't understand this match. Hold on.
First off, Josh, your TV is up loud.
Oh, my bad.
Alright. All I gotta say is that the match was stupid, and what the hell was that?
Yeah.
It was just a pointless match for a pay-per-view.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, main event time.
Let's do it.
Shayna Baszler defeated Natalya, Liv Morgan, Asuka, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan by submission.
Oh.
It was the Elimination Chamber match for a Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 36.
I got a lot to say about this.
Alright, well, Josh, you go last.
Yeah.
Lucas, go ahead.
Where do I begin?
That's the answer.
Where do I begin? First of all, Shayna Baszler basically kick ass, and basically no one showed anything in this match. No one did anything in this match except for Shayna Baszler.
Right.
Because they tried to push her and everything, but what happened? They dropped the ball, and she shot herself in the foot at WrestleMania. Because you have a shot at it, and you blew it, Shayna Baszler. And this match was just stupid in general. This is one of the worst elimination moves that I saw, besides the ECW one, December to Dismember.
Mm-hmm.
That elimination was terrible and just stupid. And this was a prime example of stupidity and bad booking. Like, what the hell was that? Like, nobody showed anything in this match. I had more fight from anybody else, but nobody had no fights. It was a Shayna Baszler just kicking ass.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to see that? Like, Shayna Baszler should have stayed in NXT instead of pushing new talent and everything like that. That's what they could have done. But no.
Yeah, I understand.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this match, not that good. Shayna Baszler did good in this match. She did mostly everything.
Right.
So I give her credit for her performance, but otherwise, not that good.
Yeah.
Josh, go ahead and rant about this match.
Well, I'm not gonna rant. I wasn't like pissed off or like where I'm gonna rant, but like I'll just say this. So I have to agree with everybody that has watched this. It is the worst Elimination Chamber match I've seen. You had 6 other women and Shayna Baszler, right? And pretty much Shayna Baszler dominated the entire time. She kept putting people to sleep. That was pretty much what it was. All she was doing was just putting people in that MMA chokehold, or I forgot the name of the submission maneuver.
The cure for the coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kept putting people in like the Kurafita clutch or whatever it's called, or however you pronounce it. And it was just a squash, like, and it was basically Shayna Baszler saying, "Oh, it's an easy way to punch my ticket to WrestleMania." So, but the thing I didn't like after she won the Chamber and at WrestleMania, they had a match, Becky versus Shayna for the women's title. I wanted Shayna to win personally because I think she deserved it more than Becky, and I mean, I like Becky Lynch, but I felt like she was an overrated champion. But after like the Chamber, I felt like Shayna deserved the title much more. And Becky even said it too. Oh, I was gonna even drop it to Shayna, like put her over, like. But you know, WWE's like, oh, we're gonna have Becky. We're gonna have you hold the title for more months, and you know. Now Shayna Baszler is just a women's tag champion. I mean, I want to see her go back on the road and hopefully do some more stuff. So, yeah, all I'm going to say is this main event was a piece of shit. It sucked.
It was cringe.
Yeah, very, very much likely.
Yeah. So now let's get to the rankings. So, Lucas, how would you rate this?
I'm giving this a 2. I'm sorry, it's a 2.
A 2? Alright, Josh?
I'm giving this a 3.
Yeah, I'm also give this a 4 because there was some match that I liked, but the majority of the show was stupid.
Cringe. Yeah.
Honestly, I would give it a 2 because it just was shitty in general. Like, this is one of the worst shows, like one of the worst shows of the year in 2020, besides Super Showdown.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
You know, we are not going to review that show here. No.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to.
Yes.
I like to rant about that show. That would be funny. So.
You know what? Stay tuned, everybody. The Super Showdown pay-per-view review for 2020 is coming soon.
Oh no, I should have said nothing.
Me and Lucas are probably gonna go off on half of these matches.
Alright, come on in. Stay tuned, everybody.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for me just roasting the shit out of it and me taking a piss.
But anyways, let's get to our outros. Okay.
I'm gonna take a piss on it. Like, for real.
Thank you for checking out this episode of the Crash Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we talked about last year's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, where we ranted and just talked about it. This was a stupid way to put a pause on the full capacity crowds for the pandemic.
This is better than empty crowd because they don't deserve a crowd.
Yeah, well. Otherwise, subscribe to this podcast as well as the Moshcast. Also, speak of the Moshcast, on March 25th, which is 2 weeks away, I think, is the 1 year anniversary. It's great to see how far we came on the loudest podcast and all of music.
That's
the
right.
Moshcast. And also, the 1 year anniversary for this podcast is coming up in May. But in the meantime, for this month, Moshcast come first. But don't worry, guys. Crash Burn 1 year is coming soon.
Yes.
In the meantime, let's keep moshing and rock out to some great music.
Wait.
Otherwise, subscribe and that's it. Josh.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys for watching the fastest rising podcast in professional wrestling, the one and only Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, as we took a look back at the Elimination Chamber from last year. Like Jason said in the beginning of the episode, it was the last pay-per-view before the whole pandemic started. I felt like it should have been better to give the fans something before this pandemic, but it is what it is.
Yeah, with the full ticketed audience.
Yeah. Subscribe to this podcast. I can't even speak. But I meant to say before.
You haven't been here for a while. It's okay.
Before my mouth decided to jibber jabber some random shit.
Keep going.
I meant to subscribe to this podcast as well as the loudest podcast in all music, the Moshcast. Also follow everyone on their socials. Follow the podcast on the socials. All links will be down below in the description. Check out my YouTube channel down below in the description. A video was just uploaded today. I have a few more videos coming in the week, so stay tuned. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Hulk Hogan.
And Hulk Hogan is your mentor.
And Hulk Hogan is a bitch that will die in hell.
And Hulk Hogan
now.
charges people too much money.
All right, Lucas, end it off.
All right, I know I came in late and everything with that. I'm sorry. I was talking to somebody. I was talking to a girl. You already know the vibes. And yeah. Thank you guys for being on this little quick episode, that little quickie on the Moshcast and everything with that. Not such quickie, but a little quickie on the Moshcast just in case. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching me rant on the show and me to shit on the show and just pissing on the show, because this show doesn't deserve a crowd. It deserves nothing. You know what it deserves? Just bats and shit. That's the only thing it deserves.
It deserves crickets.
It deserves spiders. And everything like that. But thank you guys for having me on this episode for a little bit. And yeah, I'm out of here. Just remember, this show and Super Showdown is shit. 2020 is shit. Do not go back.
And coronavirus?
Yeah, coronavirus can suck my dick.
Coronavirus can fuck off.
Coronavirus can suck
be
my
American.
dick. No, you know what coronavirus can do? They can suck my dick and balls. They can deep front my dick.
Yes. Anyways, Lucas, any funny endings?
You guys are a big piece of shit. And yes.
And remember, you're a shit fuck.
Crash and burn!